Tonight, we blind 4 Amburana finished bourbons. Will the spice get to me? Let's find out. Well, we have come to the finale in my Amburana journey. I have been on this mission, this quest, this kick for weeks now, ever since I got this fine NULU Amburana from Blake at Sealbox. He sent this to me to review, and I thought it was wonderful. And there's a first pour on that, and we'll put a link to all the first pours on the Amburanas on our channel in the description below. So if you haven't seen that, please go back and watch those because I think they're quite interesting. So after tasting the first Amburana, I thought to myself, like, is this the best Amburana? I don't know. It's the only Amburana I've tasted. And trying to find other Amburanas was almost impossible. I knew whether once was a Fiddler at a local bottle shop. It was now sold out, gone. Finally, I found the red line. I think that I found that in Alpharetta. And then later on, I discovered that Sealbox was going to be carrying this, so I put my order in for this. Since found it locally as well, so now I have 2 bottles. And of course, I finally found the Fiddler Amburana also at a local bottle shop over also in Alpharetta. I think it was Grapes and Grains. So after getting all 4, I started lining up. Well, actually, before I got all 4, I started lining up these first pour series so I'd have those in the pipe before I got to any kind of blind. And I wanted to see, am I going to blind 2, 3, 4? I wasn't sure when I started this. Luckily, I got 4. 4 is my preference for a good blind. 5 sometimes is too much. 3, too little. To me, 4 is a perfect blind. So my lovely assistant has poured these 4. So we're going to start on our left, and I'm going to put the timer on because I don't want to go too long. I want to, give about a minute to each one of these things before they're off the podium. So we're going to try to get through this in about 4 minutes or so, just to try to keep it short. And then we're going to bring my lovely wife in for the reveal. And usually, we see just how bad I messed up. Is my favorite Amburana the one that's left on the podium, or was it the first to come off? So let's hit this clock, start the timer, and we're going to start on our left. Amburana, baby. And one thing about the aroma, if you haven't watched the other ones, they're all going to smell like that Amburana finish. That cinnamon toast crunch, whatever you want to call it, whatever you think it is so prevalent in these bourbons. They're all going to smell so similar. Cheers. Boatload of spice, boatload of flavor, sweet, proof. This was glass E, by the way. So let's go to glass H. Cheers. This one's a little spicier, not quite as sweet. Proofy, Amburana, nice. Of the 2, I think I like this one better so far. Let's go to glass I. I don't even know what glasses they are. Cheers. This one is more like the first, a little sweeter than this one. Still a load of baking spice, a load of Amburana. And Amburana is, when I say baking spice, I really should say Amburana spice. Because all these, the Amburana spice is what hits you first. Amburana spice, sweetness, proof, in that order, give or take. Let's go to the far right, which is glass J. Cheers. Now this one is less spice. Still the Amburana going on, but it's not near as bold. It's a little less sweet than this one and this one. And I would tell you that the proof is lower, which tells me it's very likely the red line. Because there is a marked difference in one of them, and the red line's at 103. So we're going to go back in this direction. I would have to tell you that I think that glass H is in 4th place. It's really close, but it seems that this one drank the hottest and had the most pepper. The tip of the tongue is just on fire. I mean, that spice is just lighting it up. I like this. This is more of a daily sipper than a weekend sipper. I think it's the red line, and I'm going to put this in 3rd place. Now we're down to 2. We're running a little bit over time, but these things are just so good, man. I don't want to mess up. Wow. I'm going to have to say that glass I is in 2nd place, which means tonight glass E is the winner. So when we come back, we're going to bring our lovely assistant in, and we're going to do the reveal and see just how bad I messed this up. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We've got our lovely assistant, Kim, in the room. Say hi, Kim.
Good evening.
This was tough. It was a lot tougher than I thought it would be. In my mind, Kim, I've got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. And then as I'm tasting it, I'm going like, I might know what 3rd is. I'm not sure what the other 3 are.
Uh-oh.
The first one I took out was pretty easy. It was what I thought was too strong, too proofy, too hot. It's really good. All of them are really good. But of the 4, I just thought it's the one I like the least. And that's the whole purpose. It's the one I like the least. The 3rd one that I took out, I'm pretty much sure what it is because there's a definite proof drop. But I really like the bourbon, and it was in 3rd place. 1st and 2nd I struggled with. And I put myself a timer on for 4 minutes. I didn't make 4 minutes. But the idea was to try to keep it down to about a minute per glass. Got about a minute and a half per glass, really. Yeah. I was good to do that because 1st and 2nd were really tough. I wasn't sure. I mean, both were just so good, and I struggled. And I thought, well, it is what it is, and where we are right now. Where we are tonight. So, Kim, I've got this kind of arranged in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. I'm going to hand you a glass, and you tell me what you think, and then you can tell me what it really is.
Sure.
So here's what I said was 4th place, which it looks like glass H. Now, I didn't warn her before she started sipping. These are all around 116.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A little above my sweet spot.
Bad Mike, bad Mike. You should have told her first. Yeah, these are all. One is 103, but 3 of them, they're up there. They're cast strength. So what'd you think of this glass H?
It's strong.
Yeah, they're
strong. Very alcoholic.
Really? You picked up the alcohol flavor a lot?
Yes.
All right. What'd you think of the flavor, the Amburana, that spice that comes through?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's my taste, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I don't really think Amburana is for everybody. Don't feel bad if you don't like Amburana, because what I get from YouTube and other reviewers is it's not for everyone. It's kind of a love-hate. You either love it or hate it. I love it.
Like cilantro.
Like cilantro.
Some people say it tastes like soap.
Yeah, or radishes. I hate radishes. Evil. All right, glass. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I said Glass H was in 4th place.
Yes.
What was Glass H?
Glass H is the Fiddler.
Really?
Yes. And when I was pouring them, sometimes when I pour the last little bit in the jigger, because I'm measuring it out, I'll taste that last. And let me tell you, when I did that, oh, that was some strong, powerful stuff there.
You know, I like all 4 of these. So just because something's in last place, don't get it wrong that because I probably recommended all 4 of them, and I think I did. It was all about get the best price or go get it. You go back and look at the videos and you can see what my rankings were, but all of them were recommendations, all 4 of them. I liked the Fiddler. I just didn't like it as much tonight.
Right.
Wow. 4th place. I wouldn't have guessed that.
And different people's taste are different too. Your taste in bourbon is much different than my taste.
Oh, yeah.
Night and day.
Night and day. She's a cocktail girl. I'm a neat up person.
Yeah.
All right, so glass 3 was J, and I thought this was had the least proof. So right away I thought, well, this is the red line because it's a lot. It's like 13, 14 points less, and it's smooth. It's not as bold. I love the red line. It is a great daily sipper. But I had to put it in 3rd place because I had 2 ahead of it that just like were just knocking my socks off.
I like the way that smells. I'm not real fond of the way it tastes.
Really?
It's kind of got a little bit of a I can't really tell you what it is, but it's like it's in there and it's exciting all of the senses at one time.
You know, Amburana's got kind of a cinnamon nutty kind of taste to it, and depending on the version you get, it could be really strong or it can be just so strong. I always felt like the red line is so strong, which makes it a great daily sipper, and the price makes it a great daily sipper. That is this one here.
And that was J? Is that what you said that was?
Well, I think so. Yeah, J.
J is the red line.
Let's have some clapping, folks. All right, I guessed 1. I did not guess that 4th place would be the Fiddler. I thought the Fiddler would be higher. I won't tell you which one I thought in my mind would went to 4th place, but I'm probably wrong. All right, 2nd place I had was Glass I. Why don't you try this?
You said that's I?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's I.
That's the Barrell.
I would have bet hard money that Glass I was not the Barrell.
Well, let me tell you, when I was pouring,
that is good though.
When I was pouring them for the pre-show, the Barrell I tasted, and that was my favorite of all of them. But tasting it now, I don't taste the same thing. So
I did not pick that. I thought I would pick up the Barrell because to me the Barrell had a better blend of bourbon and Amburana than the other 4, and I struggled. And it could be just that going back and forth, but I sure thought, well, that means
E.
My first love.
E.
The glass E is the NULU?
Yes, it is. Here, let me taste that.
Yeah, here, taste the NULU. You know, when I first tasted it, I just went like over crazy. I just loved the thing. And that's what got me into this Amburana journey. But then remembering it, because I haven't tasted it in a while. I mean,
it has kind of a distinct. I'm not sure what that flavor is. I still think I like the Barrell the best, personally.
I'm telling you, tasting it right now, I like the Barrell the best. But you know, blinds are tricky. They say they're always true. They aren't, because you're tasting the remnants of a bourbon before you got to this one. Going back and tasting the Barrell again.
I think when you drink them side by side like that too, it kind of messes with your taste buds.
It does. That finish lingers and it messes up the next one.
And you're comparing it too quickly. It's,
yeah.
You know, my philosophy's always been, if you find something you like, stop looking.
Stick with it. Yeah. I realized that the NULU came out on first, but I'm telling you, this is the honest to God truth, people. I still like the Barrell the best.
Maybe
blinds can be tricky.
Maybe it's a photo finish.
I really struggled with it. I didn't know which one I wanted to be first or second. So I took the one with the bolder flavor. But the reality is, I like the balance of the Barrell better than the NULU. They're both wonderful bourbons. But if I had to buy a second bottle, it wouldn't be the NULU. It would be the Barrell. What do you think of this whole Amburana thing? Do you think it's overhyped? Do you think it's overpriced?
I don't know too much about overpriced, but I think it's probably just a trend. The bourbon makers are looking for ways to diversify what they're producing. They're probably looking for ways to get press, and by having something that's exotic, they have been able to capture a piece of the market, and it gets some good press.
This woman is smarter than I look.
We're both in trouble then.
She is smarter than I look. I saw a Penelope Rio today, and I blame Penelope for this whole Amburana thing, because you cannot find Rio. And if you didn't know, Rio is one of the things that's flavored in is Amburana.
It's definitely different.
It's definitely different. That spice is definitely different, and it can be overwhelming sometimes in some of the bourbons. So if you buy an inexpensive bourbon that's flavored in Amburana, you probably made a bad choice. Get a good one. Get a NULU, get a Barrell, get a Fiddler. They're all good. So anyways, thank you, Kim, for participating in this Amburana journey. Our journey is now closed. We're going to go for a second bottle, a backup bottle of the Barrell Amburana. So, as always, never drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. And I'm sorry, NULU, I'm drinking the Barrell. See you next time. This woman is smarter than I look.